About the early morning hours. Hubby had to get up at 1 o'clock to go to work, which is really early. And I couldn't go back to sleep. So I've been up since 1 a.m. And you know, when you get up early, you get so much work done. I never realized that quite before. That getting up early really is good. Now, some of you are night people, so you work late at the night. Not me, man. Especially with the hours like they are. By 5 o'clock, it's dark in here. 8 o'clock, I am ready for bed. But I like the morning hours. I really do. Everybody's quiet. The neighborhood's quiet. Nobody's out and about doing anything. I don't know. It's just something beautiful about seeing the sun come up. Call me old-fashioned, I guess, but it is. It's a lot of fun. I had a whole bunch of stuff to do, and that's probably why I couldn't sleep. That's how I am. If I have something on my mind, I get up early. And I can't go back to sleep. And so I might as well get up. Call it old age or whatever. It seems like the older we get, the less we're able to sleep. But I wished I took after my dad, because my dad, he could sleep anytime, anywhere, at a drop of a hat. My daddy could fall asleep. I'm noticing with me, it's not quite that. I'm noticing with me, it's not quite that easy. Well, I'm almost done with these. These should have been done a couple days ago, but it always gets done. Sometimes it just takes me a little longer to do it. So this is going to give a lot of bananas. I really got into dehydrating. I think dehydrating, it's so much easier and not lugging around water and jars. I like having both, really. I think it's good to have both. But things like bananas are so much easier. I really wouldn't know how you want to preserve bananas very much. It's not a whole lot of things you can do with bananas to preserve them. Now, yes, banana bread and things like that, you can freeze them. I really don't have freezer space, but I do have some bananas in the freezer. It's nice to have somebody to talk to when I'm doing stuff like this. Oftentimes I'll put on a YouTube video or I listen to music. I really like that. I always have something playing in the background. Probably be good to be quiet. We don't have much quietness in our world, do we, though? Be nice, I guess, if I'd just be quiet for a while. I like to talk. I've always been that way. The only times I don't talk if I was sick. If I didn't feel good, I wouldn't talk. And when I had an anxiety really bad, and my anxiety was really bad, I wouldn't talk. So everybody knew that I must not have been feeling good. So if you see me talking a lot, then you know I'm feeling good. I'm very blessed to have good health. Very blessed. I've had a few major complications in my life, but overall, I'm really, really healthy. My blood sugar is healthy. My blood pressure is healthy. I'm really happy with that. Somebody said they dehydrated bananas and they get brown. Mine don't get brown. I don't know why that would be. I assume if they don't have the temperature hot enough. A lot of people won't turn the temperature up. I do. I turn my temperature up on it. I know they say you lose some vitamins that way, but I just can't have dehydrators running 24/7. And I don't run my dehydrators overnight. I try not to. Living in a mobile home like this, I'm very, very nervous about having a lot of electricity on to begin with. All right, so we're almost finished, and I'll show you what I'm working on the rest of today. Because this is Saturday with Tessie. First thing I have to do is I have to get all of my trays in my dehydrator ready for all of these peppers. I love dehydrating onions and peppers. It's so easy and it takes hardly any space. So I'm going to go ahead and load up these trays. Now I try not to load them too full, but you can make them fairly full though, because they will dehydrate to about half to about a quarter of the size that they originally were. So I got to finish cutting some of these up. I missed some of them. Now some people like to cut them in strips. Other people like to cut them up in chunks or cubes. Some people cut them up really fine, but I find, you know, in strips, however you want, really doesn't make much of a difference. It may take just a little bit longer to dehydrate them. Peppers came from the food truck, but I have my own peppers that I'm going to dehydrate as well. Everything is finished out in the garden except for some gourds and of course my herbs. We didn't have frost. It was close to it, and now we have really hot weather. So please excuse the fan in the background. It's just really, really humid. And so I had to turn the fan on again. I guess this is what you call Indian summer. I'm not sure, but it sure is hot. It has a very soupy type feel outside. We have a lot of humidity here on the east because we're near the ocean. I'm about 3 to 3.5 hours away from Atlantic City, but it's still, we get the atmosphere from it. All right, let me go get my peppers and we'll finish this up real quick. Now, I'm always bragging about the chocolate peppers, which I love them. And I did dehydrate all of them already. So I'm going to try to see if I can make a video and show you what they look like dried. They turn a beautiful purple color, which I think is just amazing. These are leftover bell peppers that I had out in the garden. So some of them were kind of little. That's all right. It all is going to work out just perfect. And take a look, everyone. The peppers are finished. Look how tiny they are. So that's great for dehydrating your fruits and your vegetables, because if you have lack of space, you can dehydrate and use just a little bit of space compared to what it would be for canning or freezing. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put these in the jar and they'll be done, and I'll have them for all winter long. Yum, yum.